Okay, well, maybe we should ask Deborah. Jeffrey, let's go ahead and ask Deborah if there was any significant awareness created, for the people.
All right, Deborah Balama is a correspondent in Port Harcourt. So you see vehicles moving across different parts of this, going to different parts of the state. River State has about 23 local government areas, both on the upland, what we call the upland, and the riverine areas. So this is moving across those parts where these elections will hold. Deborah Balama, we can see you, and I hope you can hear us loud and clear. Deborah, tell us, just help us feel the pulse of the city. I guess you're in Port Harcourt, somewhere around our bar road. Maybe you posit to us where you are and what exactly is played out behind the scene as we see.
It's indeed the very big day that we've all been waiting for in River State. I think a lot of us anticipated for today, the 30th of August, when eventually the local government election is taking place. And well, it's been a beehive in RESEC since Wednesday of this week. From Thursday, non-sensitive material started moving to the various local government areas. I understand that from my discussions with the RESEC chairman yesterday evening, he actually said some of the sensitive materials left for the farther local governments like Borne, Opobo, areas that are very far away from Port Harcourt. And this morning, the sensitive materials that are leaving are for the local governments that are around the metropolis, that are not too far off from the metropolis, from the headquarters of RESEC. And he was in high spirits yesterday, the RESEC chairman. He actually said that he is quite sure that the election will go smoothly, that from what he's done from his end, ad hoc staffs were trained, they trained their staff very well. Everybody is just geared up, waiting for today, and he believes that the election will go smoothly. We're going to go from here to see whether the materials are getting to the various points in the local government where they are supposed to have their collations, but from RESEC, everything is in order. Security is top-notch. River State has waited for today. A lot of residents are anticipating that today will go smoothly, and they can only hope for that. If you look around Port Harcourt today, the compliance is 100%. There was curfew declared from 12 midnight of this morning, 12 a.m. of this morning, and it's going to last till 6 p.m. And the road is a ghost town right now. Everywhere is quiet, and there's total compliance. And we're going to know eventually if Rivers people are going to turn out en masse to vote today. But from the discussions I had with them, some of them are enthusiastic about today, some are not, and they have their reasons not to be. There's been quite a roller coaster for River State. You're aware that, of course, on 5th of October 2024, we had the first local government elections where 23 local government chairmen and councillors emerged. And from there, they were sworn in. Thereafter, after about 3 months in office, the courts started, and eventually they lost at the Supreme Court, and that was dissolved. The election was nullified. And well, we went back again to sole administratorship in River State local governments after the sole administrator in the state was brought in due to the state of emergency declared, and the state governor as well as his deputy and the House of Assembly members were removed. We had the sole administrators running the local government now for about approximately, call it 3 months. There was an election fixed, first of all, by the previous chairman, the immediate past chairman of RESEC, and that election was originally fixed for August 9. However, after the sole administrator came in, it became necessary, according to them, to bring in another team to lead this election. And so they brought in Dr. Michael Ode, who took over. As soon as he took over, barely like around towards the ending of July, he was sworn in. And after that, there was a meeting, he converged. And then right there we were told elections are no longer for August 9. It will now hold on August 30. And well, there were questions like they required 3 months stipulated by the election umpire, INEC, according to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that elections should at least have 3 months to prepare campaigns and all what needs to be done. However, The reason the chairman gave that they will not wait for that long is because, of course, the sole administrators in the local government have been there for too long, and going by the local government autonomy, they cannot allow people who are not elected continue to stay in the local government. Well, the sole administrator is sure that he is only here for a transition, according to his speeches. He is here to ensure that peace returns to Rivers State and ensure a smooth process to that. And this election, according to them, is part of that process to the peace in Rivers State. So here we are today. They say their mechanisms are all in ground. There was a joint press conference, a briefing between the police and the RESEC authority, and they did give us quite a lot. They are sure that security is top-notch. If you would take the camera just to the right a bit, you will see the armory vehicles are all here, tight security everywhere. I can say that the security people are on ground, so on ground. So you know the police were not just talking when they said the security today will be top-notch. But the CP actually said something on Thursday that was quite important to note. He said there is a state of emergency in the state. So he actually, in his words, that the sole administrator could decide to be stiffer with measures if anybody is found trying to distort the election in any way. And I asked him further, I engaged him and I asked him, can you explain what you mean by further? He said, well, for instance, someone has the right to bail at least within 48 hours of arrest, you know, or else you're being charged to court. However, if somebody is arrested, the sole administrator looking at your offense can decide, he has the power under the state of emergency to bend the rule a bit and say, well, you're not going to be released after 48 hours. You will stay longer until collation is done. Everything about this election is concluded. The chairman has sworn in before you can be released. That the sole administrator has such authority. This is in the words of CP Adepoju.